Welcome back to another episode of the Humble Hustle podcast. We are your hosts, Nick and Kayla.
Hello, hello.
And today we figured that we would kind of just make a quick episode to chat about ourselves because we feel like we haven't really done that recently.
Not at all. No, we've had like amazing guest episodes and some specific topics, but we both have had some life updates recently, kind of like project updates, I should say. So wanted to talk a little bit about what we've had going on with our businesses and just kind of chit chat a little bit.
Yeah, so I guess what type of stuff have you been working on?
So I know a while ago I had mentioned I wanted to focus more on brand videos and like larger scale video projects. And I just recently completed my first one. I work with Dress for Success Western Massachusetts. They are a nonprofit and they are an amazing organization. They help low-income women with educational opportunities, career opportunities, and, you know, also the name itself, Dress for Success. It originated because they accept clothing donations and women can actually go there and get suits and nice clothing for interviews and jobs and things like that. So it really is an amazing organization, and I've known them for a while now. My first introduction to them was at the business journal I worked at out of college. So I've known them for a while.
So you've known them since back then.
Yeah, so I did a couple articles on them, and I just stayed in touch, and they ended up reaching back out to me when I went out on my own to help them create videos for an annual event they have called Common Threads. So they honor several women that have gone through their programs and absolutely crushed it at this event. And I create the videos to, you know, air at this event. You helped me with them last year.
Yep.
So I did them again this year. I did them solo. There was only 4 of them this year. And so those aired at the event. But, you know, I also told the executive director, Jess, I was like, why don't we create you a brand video for Dress for Success? And she was like, oh my God, let's do it. So I interviewed her and I combined that with some interviews an interview we did last year actually that really spoke to me from one of the women and one of the women who was honored this year. So I kind of weaved it all together, and it's a longer brand video. It's about 6.5 minutes, which is long, but I really felt it was important to tell the story not only from the executive director's perspective, but also the women who have like been through the program. And they aired it at their Common Threads event last week. And as I was looking around the room when it was on the screen, I looked to my left and there was a table with all the board of directors there. And several of them were crying, like very emotional. So it made an impact, and it just really like made me feel good that it evoked that kind of response from people. I'm really proud of it.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like it's always funny to say like, oh, I'm so glad I made them cry.
No, I know, like, yes, tears. No, it's tears of joy, you know,
Yeah.
like it really brought out an emotional response. And I just hope so much that they can send that out to people and receive more donations or even just more awareness of their organization, because they do incredible things. So shout out to the Dress for Success team. Thank you for trusting me to do that. It was really an awesome experience.
Awesome.
Yeah. What about you? Any fun projects lately?
Yeah, I had a couple beverage shoots recently. Should I say their names or no? I don't know if I should or not.
Why not?
Okay.
You're going to put them on your website, right?
I'll say one. I won't say another.
Okay. Just in case.
Yeah, so I did one. It was like a very, very, I don't like doing this, but it was a very, very last minute project. But it ended up working out really well somehow, honestly. Like literally put everything together in 72 hours.
Oh my God.
Like from being reached out to shooting.
What?
Like,
That's crazy.
it was way too fast.
That
I
stresses
was
me out.
very fortunate that it worked out the way it did. Like they literally overnight shipped me the product, and it's like, okay, shoot it as soon as you can.
That stresses me out.
Yeah, I didn't like it, but we didn't need to pay for a location. We just did it in like a free park outside. We got super lucky. It was like a rainy weekend, and we shot on a Monday. Every day, like Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday was rain. Monday was the one sunny day. We got so lucky.
Thank God.
The only downside was the area we shot. There's so many geese. So there's like geese shit like everywhere.
Geese shit is the worst.
So like we were just like, you know, watching for landmines as we
Oh my
stepped,
God,
basically.
Hopefully you didn't wear white shoes.
No, I purposely didn't because I knew that would be a problem.
Oh, thank God.
I wore boots.
There you go.
But yeah, we found a model local who fit the budget. She was super nice, super helpful, and she liked the actual product, so she got to just drink it and didn't hate it,
That
which is
definitely
always good
helps.
because there's a lot of things that, you know, some people just don't like, but we were fortunate that she did.
There you go.
It was a very simple shoot, I guess. It was just some product photos, like lifestyle stuff. And we allotted 4 hours. We finished in like 2.5, called it a day, and I went home.
There you go.
So yeah, it went well. And then I actually passed off all the editing duties to my friend Luke, and he did a great job. The client literally said, quote, I'm so happy I decided to work with your company.
Yay!
So I was like, okay, that's awesome.
Oh, we love good feedback.
Yeah, I was honestly expecting revisions because it was like, it just seemed like that was the direction I was going to go, but 0 issues. And I was like, oh, thank God.
That's awesome. Good for you.
And then I just wrapped up a studio shoot for another beverage, which is actually probably my favorite one so far, or maybe one of them. I feel like I keep saying that. Like everyone is my favorite one. But that's
good.
a
It
good
just
thing. It
keeps getting better.
Exactly. I think they actually are.
Yeah.
So this one I was experimenting, and I kind of like, I was a little risky in the sense of I tried to purposely lean away from all the safe shots because my natural editing style is just slow. Like that's just how I'm more comfortable editing. Like I'm not the best editor when it comes to like very high energy, fast paced stuff. So I kind of have to force myself out of that habit to change up the style sometimes. And I was kind of pretty adamant about doing it for this one. And also the shot selection plays a role in that. Like I didn't want to play it safe with a lot of like static tripod-y type stuff. I wanted to add movement, whether it was camera movement or like specific actions on screen. So I dug deep and I pulled inspiration from so many places, my own videos from like a year ago. And then I will shout out this guy, Tyler Lidwell from Lidwell Creative, I think Lidwell Media. I forget what it's called. Sorry, but super huge inspiration. My intro for this video came directly from one of their videos.
Nice.
It was a technique I've been trying to use or wanting to use for like, I don't know, months. And I finally got the opportunity to do it.
Nice.
Because that's another thing that I struggle with, actually. My intro shots, I feel like they've been boring. And like, it's hard for me to think of like an exciting way to start these videos.
The intro is, aside from finding the music for a video, the intro is the hardest part by far.
Because I'm like, I want to start off with a bang, but I don't know how. Like,
Yes.
it feels weird to just like jump into some crazy action. I need something to like at least build up to it a little.
Right.
And the way I've done it in the past was like, meh, like it worked, but it wasn't like great. And I knew there was 2 shots that were the intro sequence. And I knew this was the perfect way to start it. And the way we had to do it involved a lot of water and ice. So like if something went wrong, I pretty much would have flooded this place. Like we were talking like gallons and gallons of water.
No big deal.
We had a tarp and towels everywhere in case.
Oh my God, did you do behind the scenes of this?
Yes.
I can't wait to see that.
Like this entire floor was covered in tarp because I
Holy
was
crap.
expecting the worst.
Wow. Well, it came out amazing.
Yeah.
Like that,
Thank you.
the quality, it's so crisp. All the shots are so creative. Like the way that you do these product videos is incredible.
This one specifically, like I'm realizing now how long it actually takes, which it sucks, but like that's the reality. It's really not supposed to be done in one day. It's incredibly difficult to do it the right way in one single day. Like we were shooting for nearly 12 hours and we didn't finish. And we were debating. It was like, I don't know, probably past 6 p.m. And we were talking. We literally ordered a pizza at like 5:30 to be like, let's like get some pizza. Like maybe that'll like give us a second wind. And we were talking about, okay, maybe we should just like force ourselves to push through. We're like almost done. We have maybe like just a handful of shots left. But I was the one who called it quits. I was like forced us to stop because I knew we were going to start half-assing it.
Yes.
And the quality was going to suffer. So I pulled the plug and I was like, look, I know it's going to suck to come back and do this again, but we have to.
Yep.
And we had to wait because we weren't available for like 4 or 5 days. So I had to leave all this shit just out for like days. And then we came back like a week later to finish it. But it was so worth it.
Yeah.
Because the full day we did it, it was perfect.
That's good. Well, and that's the tough part about making those calls is, do you try to push through, or is that going to sacrifice quality? And if you ultimately thought it might sacrifice the quality, then it's definitely the right decision.
I care more about the quality.
Yeah.
And like that was 2 full days of like me and Luke doing it, but I had like 2 other days where I did small things by myself. So it took me like 4 days of doing this to get this one video done. It's like a 20-second video. It took 4 days.
Crazy, but it's so worth it, right? To see that end product. It's
this was one of my probably better ones.
Oh, it's so good. I hope they love it. I can't wait to like hear what they say about it.
They haven't said they hated it yet, so that's always good.
God, if they said they hated it, I'm going to their house and like punching them in the face because that video is money.
Thank you.
I will hunt them down. Got your back.
I know where their headquarters are. We can just show up at their door.
Why didn't you like our video? Ours, if I have any stake in this game. I'm here on behalf of Nick. Well, that's great. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm actually in the process of trying to lock in a client that has used me a couple times, potentially forming a long-term relationship with one of my construction clients that I've been working with.
Oh.
So previously I've only covered events for them, like their work events, but they recently had me go out to one of their sites and take some photos, and I got some good feedback on that. So potentially going to be a long-term relationship this year with that client. So that's exciting because I really have found that I love construction projects and construction clients. I think it's so fascinating, and maybe it's partially because my boyfriend works in construction too. So, he'll come home from work and tell me, about projects and stuff, but I really love seeing them in their, beginning, middle, and end phase, like come together. There's so much that goes into these projects, and I really enjoy capturing them. And I like getting to know the employees and like trying to get these guys on camera, which is so funny. We kind of talked with Rachel a little bit about that, getting people to talk on camera. But, with my current clients, I've built up a great relationship with them where they know now when I come to the site, they know what to expect. And it's not as scary. So yeah, it would be great if I could add another construction company to my client list, because I love doing those kinds of things.
I had a weird, I guess more so Luke, but we're entertaining it. A weird inquiry for like a car detailing company, which like would be interesting.
Yeah.
It's funny because I reached out to a couple like when I was first starting out, just because I was like, I would reach out to anyone at that point. Like a couple years ago, any industry, didn't matter.
Yep.
And so I actually circled back to my old list to see if this brand was one of the ones I reached out to back then. It wasn't.
Oh, okay.
But because that would have been funny if
that
they like denied me like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just want like web banner stuff. So like if we did it, it'd be super simple.
Yeah.
But I've never really shot car stuff. But they sent an example of what they want, like from a different car or whatever brand, and it's like the easiest shit ever. So I'm like, okay, I can do that.
At the previous company I worked for, they had a car detailing client, and I did a couple shots like that, shoots like that, I should say, and it's fun. It can be really fun, like if you get some close ups of them.
Yeah, and if it's a cool car, like I'm down to go see a cool car.
Yeah, no, it was fun. It's really fun, so that could be cool. A little outside the ordinary for you.
Definitely, but
cool.
It's something. And then I'm just like second shooting for a few people in the coming weeks.
Nice.
Which I've said it before, like it's fairly normal for me to do just a bunch of random second shooting jobs.
No, I don't
so
mind
simple.
it at all.
I just show up and leave.
Yeah.
And I never have to think about it ever again.
I saw a funny Instagram video the other day, actually. That's like, it was tailored towards weddings, but it was, one of those trending sounds, and it was a video of the first shooter. It was a photographer duo, the lead shooter, and she was, running around directing people and like getting everyone together and like lining up shots and all that. And then it's the second shooter just like do walking around.
Yeah.
It's true. It's so
Kinda.
true. Yeah. It's fun. What else do I have going on?
Trying to think, what else do I have going on?
I have a few like one-offs coming up. Like you and I have something coming up in the summer together in July with one of my
I was like, what?
one of my
I
clients.
totally forgot.
Well, it's so far away. I mean, it'll come up fast, but no, we're gonna be working on some like product stuff in July, photo and video.
Such a strange one, but like
Such a
I'm
strange
intrigued
one.
to do it.
It's basically this like big packaging competition.
Which sounds so lame.
It sounds
packaging
lame, but it
competition.
actually, like looking at their website and all of it, it's important for these products. Like,
No, yeah.
it
when you
matters
actually
for these
have,
companies.
when you get an understanding of it, it totally makes sense.
Yeah. So like that'll be interesting. We get to shoot a bunch of photos and videos of those. There's like judges involved. Like it's a big deal. So I'm excited about that. Just waiting for them to confirm a couple details before we lock in a contract, but that'll be fun. Possibly want to revive a couple old relationships I had last year, like the seasonal clients that you work with. But I also did a passion project recently.
I also wanted to talk about our planned like passion project, but you do say your thing first.
Yeah, I'll talk about this quick one that I just did with my friend Sam. So my friend Sam is an incredible dancer. I met her in college and she lives in New York. So she reached out to me. She had this really cool idea. She basically, long story short, found out some really interesting things about her family tree and her family history recently. And it was kind of messing with her head a little bit. And she was like, being the incredible artist that she is, came up with a dance that she, involved pictures, like old family pictures. And she had them on the wall behind her as she was dancing. So like I met her in New York. She rented a studio, stayed overnight and everything. And we spent 4 hours in this studio in Brooklyn filming this like passion project. And we had like multiple calls beforehand. And we went over like the routine, the choreography, and like, this part and this part. And the challenging part about this particular idea was that in certain parts of the song, the pictures on the wall behind her would disappear and then come back. So we had to find out ways to, without like super like cinematic, crazy editing, ways to kind of like make those transitions seamless. So I didn't edit it yet, but I'm so excited to start diving into it. It came out amazing, and I'm just like really excited to put it together for her. So that was fun.
Cool. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I loved doing dance stuff in college.
Really?
Because there's a dance major, so there was a lot of like dance activities on campus. And so like since Sam was my roommate, so I would go to all her stuff. I would take pictures and videos, and then like their dance club, they were all super talented, so they would have their showcase, and I would go. So I did I really missed the dance kind of like field. So I'm really excited to put that together.
Interesting. Yeah. Cool. Wait, did you drive down to Brooklyn?
I did.
Damn.
It was the day my car shit the bed on me too.
On the way down?
So I got in my car. I was like, oh, I'm going to stop at CVS before I leave for New York. And that's when my check engine light went on. And I was like, oh. So I ended up driving to my parents' house, picking up my mom's car, taking my mom's car to New York.
Wow.
You do what you got to do. So yeah, that was the beginning of the end for my vehicle. R.I.P. She's alive now. She's fine.
Wait, how far is that? Like, what was it? A 6-hour drive?
Oh, no.
No?
3 hours from my parents. It actually isn't that bad from my parents' house. Yeah. It's like 3.5 from my apartment. But
Oh, okay.
by the time I made it to my parents' house, it was like on the way. It was only 3 hours. Not bad.
Yeah, that's actually way better than I thought it was.
Mm-hmm. Not bad at all. I had a great time. I had so much fun. The city is such a fun place. She took me to this coffee shop. Oh my God. The best coffee I've ever had.
Really?
Uh-huh. I'll have to try to look up the name of it because you would have loved it.
Yeah, I'm not a New York person.
Really?
Yeah, no.
I love the city.
I've been a couple times. I prefer cities like Boston, the smaller cities.
Yeah.
Like New York is just too much.
It is in certain areas. It's definitely overwhelming, and there's no parking anywhere. It's
Oh yeah,
tragic.
I would never drive in New York ever.
That was the challenge. Was I found a lot that I just like left my car, and then she used her car because obviously, like, if I didn't have all this camera gear, I would just take the freaking train. It's so much easier. But I can't travel with that much stuff. You just can't carry that much stuff.
No, yeah, for like a job, you need to drive. For sure.
But it was awesome. I had so much fun.
Cool.
And then we have something that we're gonna work on together.
Yeah, no, it's like nothing's like totally set in stone yet. I actually meant to talk to you about it like an hour ago, but it's gonna be just a spec shoot, and so yeah, just a passion project. But for me personally, I wanted to use this opportunity to like kind of force my way back into like the health and wellness realm. That was the initial niche industry, whatever you want to call it, that I kind of wanted to focus in, but I've kind of veered a little bit more towards like the food and beverage route, which is fine. I do like what I'm doing, but I definitely want to kind of veer back into the right lane here.
Right.
I have a couple examples of like some fitnessy, health, wellness related stuff, but not nearly as many as like the food and beverage stuff I have. So I wanted another very clear example of fitnessy, health, wellnessy type of product work. So I have a product that I want to do for the Spec project. It's like I think it's a good size product, or a good size brand. And it's like a style of product that I've always wanted to work with. It's like basically a powdered thing, like in a packet that you add into water.
Electrolytes drink, yeah.
Yeah, just like a powdered electrolyte thing.
Yeah.
And that's like this type of product I've wanted to work with for so long.
Yep.
Because my goal is to do like a combo of like lifestyle stuff that we'd be shooting outside and whatever, but also combine it with studio work to make like kind of one big video.
Yep.
Because I have some studio ideas for this style of product that I've been similar to the inspo I got from that beverage shoot I talked about. I've had this idea for so long.
Yeah.
I just need the right product to do it on. And this is fine. I'm just going to do it myself because I haven't gotten one.
Yeah. No, I think that's great. And it also kind of aligns with your beverage stuff, right? Like it is essentially
it's
a
still,
drink.
You still put it in water and it turns into a beverage.
So it's like the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Cue Hannah Montana.
I was just thinking that.
God, what a jam. Oh my God. Yeah, and I feel like I kind of want to throw in, like you had mentioned, maybe throwing in one more product that we could use. I kind of want to go with like a recovery shoe.
I figured similar to how Alex and I did our Spec shoot like a year ago.
In that gym, right?
Yeah, we both had our own totally separate products, yet we were able to just do it together and just essentially sub in and out our products for specific shoot or specific shots.
That's great.
Or like if I had a very specific thing that I needed, he would just chill for a few minutes and wait, and vice versa.
Yep.
I figured that's kind of the way we would do it.
Yeah,
it's
for sure.
Efficient and gives 100%. You the opportunity to do whatever product you want.
Yeah.
To get your own stuff.
Yeah, I think I want to do like a nice recovery shoe. I think that'd be fun.
Wait, recovery shoe?
Yeah.
Oh wait, the Croc things?
Yeah.
Okay.
The canes.
I didn't know if you're actually going to go with those or not.
I think so. I think that would be really cool. And they work with influencers a lot. So I feel like, it's a good opportunity to like kind of just, even if they just like reposted it, I think it'd be kind of cool, So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, no.
And the weather's getting nicer, so.
It is. Yeah.
Hopefully we can find a good, outdoor location.
I wanted to
work on that.
We'll talk off the mic, but I definitely have some thoughts of what we could do.
Okay.
But again, nothing's set in stone. I'm down for whatever at this point.
We need a model too, right?
Yeah, which also for Spec stuff, totally down to just find a real model and just pay them.
Okay. Well, I could also see if someone I know is interested. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll chat. But yeah, that one's going to be fun. That's awesome. I think, can we switch gears to weddings?
Yeah. Yeah.
So to be totally honest, I'm like slow for weddings this year. I've definitely mentioned this to you. I've talked to a couple other of my friends who shoot weddings and they're also slow. So I know it's not just me. So I have, I think 4 weddings this year. of my own. But next year, my inquiries are looking good. I have 6 already booked. So that's the good news. I'm hoping to get like 10 to 12 for next year. And since I already have 6 booked, like I'm pretty optimistic about that. So I'm excited for next year's wedding season. This year too. I mean, I have some amazing ones coming up. You and I have one together. But yeah, it's been slow this year for me for weddings, which is okay. Just means I'm going to have to, fill in with other things.
Wait, how many do you have this year?
I think 4.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because what was your initial goal that
10.
You wanted 10? Okay.
Yeah. So it's low, but it is what it is. I didn't do any sort of marketing really last year because I, got all of my awesome content from my last year's weddings. So this year I've been doing the marketing and putting in that work and posting and hired someone, my friend Dylan, to help me with the marketing. And now I'm finally seeing the results of that. So next year will be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how many I have for next year. I don't know. I try not to book too many 2 years out.
Right.
Just because prices will go up and I don't want to be stuck, shooting a wedding 2 years from now at our current rates. But then in 2 years, I would wish I got more money for it.
Yep.
I think this year we kind of had a quick influx. I think we have almost 10.
Nice.
Like maybe 8 or 9. Maybe we had 10 already. I really don't know for sure. But close to double digits if we aren't already.
Sweet.
So I think I'm in a good place. Like if I get any more, great. If we don't book any more, I'm satisfied. Mm-hmm. We're trying to do some new things this year when it comes to the style of shooting.
Nice.
We're kind of revisiting some old stuff actually.
Oh. Cool.
When we first started, we did a lot of wide establishing stuff of the venues. We kind of, for lack of better words, abandoned that. We would show up super early and we'd use our 16 and 35s super, super wide and just go throughout the whole thing to get clean, empty stuff. We just kind of stopped doing that because we didn't really use that footage anymore. So
right.
Efficiency wise, we just stopped shooting it to save us time.
Yep.
But we've realized now that we want to try and incorporate it a bit more to show the venue as this other character in our story for the wedding day. So we're going to try to do that a bit more. We're going to use what are they called? The Bumblebee or Bumblebee?
Lav concealer, yeah.
Because we want to it's really not even for our sake. It's for the photographer's sake, to be totally honest, just to hide the mic.
Exactly.
I couldn't care less about if I see a little clip for the video. It really doesn't bother me.
Right. But
for the photographer's sake, to help them to Photoshop every single photo, we're going to try hiding the mics now.
Yep. They appreciate it.
What audio quality doesn't change. No. It still sounds good.
Nope.
So yeah, we're going to experiment with those and try using an 85 prime a bit more.
Nice.
That's a very common wedding lens to use, but we've hardly used it. We're definitely more of a 35-50 type of vibe.
What scenario would you use the 85 in? Because I've heard people rave about their 85s, but for video, I'm that's tight.
So the only reason I've ever used it, the most I've used it is when I shoot with Alex. And we use it for sunset, couples, portraits, type stuff. He'll run the 50 and I'll run the 85.
Okay.
And it's totally different. I would say it's harder to use because it's so tight.
Yeah.
Every micro shake that you do is going to matter.
Yep.
So it's a little annoying in that sense, to be totally honest. Mm-hmm. But if you're smooth enough and you have specific shots in mind, it looks way different than a 50.
Yep.
And way different than a 35. So it adds a lot.
Okay.
To the variety of shots that we can get.
Okay. Yeah, because at a wedding, I'm mostly on my 50 and my 24 to 70, which I know is a hot
I wouldn't
take.
recommend it anywhere, or really anywhere else. Definitely you can't use it in getting ready. Way too tight for that type of thing. Maybe in the ceremony for something.
Yeah, you could do that.
But I think it's best used when you have time and when you have the opportunity during the couples portraits.
Yeah.
It's more of a creative angle for those couples portrait times.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I don't have one, so maybe I'll invest. For now,
I only
good with
got one
50.
because after using it from Alex's weddings, I was convinced.
Yeah.
And it was like $400, so I got it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have the G Master one.
Oh,
We just
okay.
have like
Okay.
the one below it,
And
basically.
is it 2.0?
It's 1.8.
Wow. Okay. That's really good.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can see it probably looks very dreamy.
Yeah, no. I mean, I honestly can't even think of a shot that I've really used it on, so I kind of forget what it looks like, to be totally
Interesting.
honest.
Okay.
Because I hardly use it.
Yeah.
It's probably collecting dust right now.
Very situational.
Very, very situational.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. So wedding season, a little quiet this year, but still good. Excited.
Yeah.
I think that's all I got.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for this, listening to our life update. We have a little, I'm going on vacation to Italy in May, so I'm going to be out of here in 23 days. I'm so excited. I'm
Countdown
torn.
begins.
I need to know if you think I should bring my camera.
I would say yes, but only bring like your 24 to 70.
Only that or my 24 to 70 and my 50, right?
If you really wanted to just travel light and save space, just the 24 to 70.
Oh, I'm so debating it. I'm stressed. We'll see.
Because
I'll
last
figure it out.
time when I went to London last year, I was thinking about this too. Because it was a completely like personal recreational trip, not work related whatsoever.
Right. That's
And
what this is.
I wasn't even going to bring my camera, but then I did. And I ended up bringing my 16 to 35 because I was like, maybe I can like film a fun little vlog of myself or something. And then I brought my 50,
Okay.
but I didn't use the 50 at all.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna feel like changing lenses.
Yeah, that was the thing. I just didn't feel like. Also, I didn't feel like carrying both lenses with me when I was walking around all day.
Right. And then the thing is, like, do I bring my A7S III or my A7 IV? Because it's gonna
I would
be
bring your
mostly,
A7 IV.
You think? Because it's gonna be less video, and more pictures.
Yeah, I would say you're gonna be snapping photos for the most part.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have to think about it. But yeah, I'm stoked for that. Italy. Woo! Pumped. Okay, that was a tangent. I just remember that I was going to Italy. It's been a busy couple weeks, both on like a personal front and a business front. So yeah, I'm excited. The weather's getting nicer, so hopefully everyone's gonna enjoy their spring and their summer.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like basically 70 degrees for the next week here.
Pumped. Finally, get winter out of here. I'm done.
It literally snowed here like just like a week ago.
Yeah,
and now it's like
insane.
80.
It's crazy, this New England weather. You never know. But thank you so much for watching and listening. If you have anything that you want us to go over, send us a message, fill out our form if you have any stories. But don't send us anything weird. We got something really weird the other day.
And then he emailed me directly. He DM'd me directly.
Yeah.
He went on my commercial. He went on Ascend Studios and filled out that form too. I was like, dude, get the hell away from me.
Yeah, don't send us anything weird. Like, please. Just we'll refrain from that. But yeah, send us a message. Subscribe on YouTube and please follow us on Spotify. Rate us 5 stars. We really appreciate it. And Nick, where can they find you?
I forget. You tell me.
At
Ascend Studios.
Jones02 personal, right?
Yep. All the behind the scenes will be posted there. Ascend Studios with 2 eyes on social media. That's where you can see more of the finished work. And then ascendstudios.com for my full portfolio.
Awesome.
And fill out my contact form there if you want to work with me.
Awesome. And you can find me on social media at K Ebner Creative on all platforms. So
I really should know my handle.
I feel like after this one, now you've got it locked in. You'll be good now. No, you're locked in.
It's not something I ever say. Honestly.
I know.
Like,
yeah,
I never tell people my handle.
Yeah. No, it's weird. It's definitely a weird thing. Okay. We will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.